Yesterday, I found out that I was passing down conditional love to my daughter. And the moment the words left my mouth, I realized that I messed up. That in that moment, love was transactional. It wasn't unconditional. And chances are you are doing the exact same unconsciously because it has been programmed into us that love comes at a cost. And it's time to end that with you being a cycle breaker. So in today's video, I'm talking about the heart chakra, the developmental age in which beliefs start to be instilled, as well as somatic imprints, as well as what you can do as a mom to best support this development. So that way at the end of these 7 years of their imprinting period, they leave knowing it is safe to love. It is safe to love themselves. It is safe to receive love, and that love is unconditional. I want to start off by saying that this is the 4th video in this series. So if you haven't seen the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus videos, I'd highly suggest you go back and watch those first, as everything is compounding, and the safety that someone feels in the root chakra development is going to impact every chakra after. I'll give you a quick recap as it ties into what's going to be instilled in the heart chakra. So in that first video on the root chakra, the primary energy and beliefs that are being instilled is around safety. Safety in your body, safety on earth, safety in relationships. And that includes that first year of life, as well as the first 7 years of life. And so after that, in the second video, we talked about the sacral chakra. And this is about safety in expressing yourself, safety in your emotions, safety in feeling. The third video on the solar plexus is around safety of your power, your boundaries, asserting yourself, and really big emotions. This is where we have those terrible twos. And I highly suggest you download the Sovereign Child Blueprint, which goes over the developmental ages of each of the chakras, as well as the beliefs that you want to instill and the ones that you want to work on reprogramming for your child in those age ranges. It also gives you some conscious practices to work on that first 7-year cycle for your child on feeling safe, as that impacts every chakra after. You can download it all through the description and the first pin message. Now, the heart chakra, this center is that divide between the lower egocentric chakras and the higher intuitive ones. It is this chakra that is impacted the most from matrix programming, fear-based programming. It is this chakra that we are unconsciously being taken away from through our food, through the songs we listen to, through the clothes we wear, through the things that we consume and watch. And it's this energy center that, when balanced, allows you to remain grounded and still intuitive. It allows you to connect with the creator of all that is while still doing the deep inner trauma work that comes with you doing the cycle breaking work. The heart chakra is the 4th energy center to begin development, and it usually starts around the ages of 3 to 4 when it's connected to that 7-year cycle of the root chakra development. And its own 7-year cycle is the ages of 21 to 28. And this is right around the time when you'll start getting into deeper relationships and also learning how to love yourself or dip into patterns of self-abandonment and self-neglect. So now I want to tell you my story about what happened with my daughter. My daughter is in this phase where she is resisting everything. She wants to say no. I know she's already gone through a lot of the solar plexus developmental age, and yet it's still dragging over into her heart chakra year, and she's saying no for everything. And I was doing my best to have my daughter go to sleep last night. And it was a long day, and I know you know that when you have a whole long list of things to do in your head and you're hoping that you cross something off so it feels like it's a successful day, where there's dishes piled up, where my back hurt from a run, so I was navigating some pain, and I was just exhausted. I wanted to snuggle in bed with a cup of tea before I passed out at 9 o'clock. And my daughter was resisting sleep. And usually my husband puts her to sleep, and tonight she asked for me, and so I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to. I used a phrase that when I said it, it didn't even sound like me. I knew it wasn't coming from me. It was coming from my mom, her mom, this generational programming of being seen and not heard, and that love is transactional. And I said to my daughter, go to the bathroom or mommy is no putting you to sleep. The moment it left my lips, I knew I messed up. I knew in that moment, because she ran to the bathroom right after that, that she learned that in order to receive something that should be unconditionally given, which is my love, that she had to perform. She had to change who she was. She had to listen to me in order for her to receive that. And just take a moment to reflect on any of the times where you may have said something very similar. You have to do this or you can't have this. You have to do this or you're not getting this. Think about how many times we make things transactional. We make things conditional. And no guilt or blame or shame, because this is something that we have just automatically picked up from our childhood. This is something that is instilled in the conscious collective energy. In theta healing, we call this the historic level beliefs. This is what the conscious collective has been programmed from the matrix to believe, that love is conditional. You have to do this for me and I'll give you something that you want. And how often do we see this in adult relationships? We pick this up from childhood. We pick this up from little moments like this, where I said to my daughter, go to the bathroom or mommy's no putting you to sleep. And it's this awareness piece. What I'm talking about here in this whole series and my whole channel is bringing us back to the awareness that we are programmable beings. And we have the power to choose the story that we are writing, the story that we're living by. And as mothers, we have the most important job of anyone else on the planet. I will say that loud and proud, because we are able to shift our programming, and that shifts the collective. When we shift our programming, for example, in relation to this video, that love is unconditional, we are freeing our lineage 7 generations past and 7 generations forward. 7 generations are free, 14 generations are free, because we choose to no longer believe what we picked up from our childhood. So if you have said anything to your child or acted out in ways that you instilled into them that love is conditional and transactional, ask yourself, where did you in your childhood experience this from your parents? Chances are it was right around this age period of 3 to 4. When safety, that root chakra, and love, that heart chakra, develop together. Knowing what beliefs are going to be instilled at which time into which chakra is so powerful of a tool for you as a mother. For myself, it has been life-changing. Pairing that with theta healing, which I teach my students, it gives you the ability to rewrite the story, to rewind the mistakes that you have made. So it sucked that I said that to my daughter. And in that moment, I was like, oh gosh, this is some more reprogramming for me to do. I also felt so grateful that I have the tools to shift it. So it's not, oh, I fucked up my kid and I instilled trauma. It's, I messed up. I realized my own programming. I'm going to go inside the mother frequency and I'm going to shift this. Simple as that. 20 minutes later, I had reprogrammed that belief in myself, and I had cleared the trauma and the imprint from my daughter. The heart chakra, this beautiful energy center that divides the lower and the upper chakras. This energy center is all around compassion. It's about receiving love. It's about forgiveness. It is about belonging and also self-love. Now, in my previous videos, I mentioned different beliefs that are instilled in each of these energy centers, especially during that developmental age. Now, for the heart chakra, some of the beliefs that end up being instilled through our, as mothers, our actions, our thoughts, our DNA, our auric field, as well as our behaviors, are beliefs such as, I must earn love, or love can disappear. Love is conditional or transactional. Being good keeps me connected, and I must keep people happy. And like 99% of the time, these are all unconsciously living through us and our programming, and our kids are witnessing us model a certain way of living. And I see you want to do what's best for your child, which is why you're watching this video. You're up late Googling things to best support your kid's development. And if you ignore your own healing and your role in passing down beliefs to your kids, then you're doing them a disservice. So for you as a mother, you have to start with your own belief systems around love. So I want you to muscle test yourself for these beliefs. And you can follow along here in this video as I describe how to do a muscle testing practice that I do with my clients and teach in my Theta Healing seminars. And you could also follow along on that 30-day challenge where you get to uncover what belief systems you're holding on to around embodiment, success, and expansion. Now, here are some of my favorite conscious practices that you can also do to best support your kid's heart chakra. And I must highlight, as I've done in other videos, that this is only to be done in a company to that subconscious work, because everything comes down to energy. If you were doing these conscious practices from the place of, I don't love myself, that love is conditional, that I'm not enough, then any action you take is going to come from that energy. And it's not going to produce the results that you're looking for to best support your kid's heart chakra. This is why I recommend you join the mother frequency to get that daily subconscious reprogramming in, so that way you can be confident that when you are taking these conscious inspired actions, it's coming from a place that you already are in that vibration of love. And you can check out what this mother experienced when she did the safety and softening activation inside the mother frequency. Her heart chakra opened up. She allowed herself to cry in ways that cracked open her ability to love deeper. And this rippled into how her child sees the world now. One from love, one from expansion, one from grounding and wholeness. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what this work does. Now, the first conscious practice that you can do to help support the development of the heart chakra is doing the repair work after disconnection. So like my example from last night where I made love transactional, I made sure that I took the time to look my daughter in the eyes and to tell her that I'm sorry, that it was not right, that this is what I'm going to do moving forward. And I asked if she understood and forgave me. A lot of the times, just doing that repair work, whether it is physical or even energetic, can be the deciding factor of if these disempowering beliefs are instilled or if space is being made for something that is more empowering and allowing your child to know that love is unconditional. The second one is huge, and it's going to require you to challenge what you believe around your own self-worth and behavior. But it's to begin to do that separation between the two. That your self-worth has nothing to do with how you show up, with the actions that you take or don't take. Your worth is innate. And when you begin to separate that through changing your programming of what you believe is true, then your children can begin to see you model that yourself and no longer require them to have their worth be connected to behavior. The third thing you can do is model self-compassion. This means that when you mess up, whether you yell at your child, whether you eat that second piece of chocolate cake when you told yourself you wouldn't, whether you forgot to work out for the 10th gazillionth day in a row, it's having self-compassion for messing up, for not doing things that you perceive and believe needs to be perfect. And in doing so, you teach your child that it's okay to make mistakes, that they can still love themselves wholly and completely. I know for myself, I'm going through a 30-day EFT tapping challenge. And at the beginning of the tapping, it always says, even though I didn't do this, I deeply and unconditionally love, honor, and accept myself. And that is something that we actually have to tap into our body because most of us never grew up with that truth. So really ask yourself, what truth do you want your kids to live by? Do you want them to feel that love is unconditional, that they have the ability to feel safe no matter where they go, that they are confident and empowered, that they can set healthy boundaries? If so, what are you doing to ensure that that is happening? Not through your behavior, not through your words, through your energy. Because that, your energy that controls 90 to 95% of your reality, is what's going to have a bigger impact than you changing your words, than you changing your behaviors. Just saying. And if you're loving this conversation, something exciting is being released very soon, which is going to take this work and go even deeper. And this is going to help you to understand how childhood energetics, belief formation, and chakra development impact and shape your child's whole future. So you can feel confident and empowered in your position as the teacher for the next generation and raise a safe, emotionally balanced, empowered, sovereign child. Thank you for being here. Make sure to download the Sovereign Child Blueprint so you can have us as your guide as your child develops to best support the beliefs and the energy that is being imprinted in each of these chakras. Make sure to watch the solar plexus, root, and sacral chakra videos. Like, subscribe, and share with another mom who you feel is ready to step into this really empowering role as a sovereign parent. I love, see, and honor you.